Welcome to yet another edition of Nation Watch. Today we are going to talk about NATO. NATO stands for North Atlantic Treaty Organization. It is a pure military cooperation. So the main clause is if any one of the member countries is attacked, it means it is attack on all the member countries. So all the member countries will cooperate and fight against the common enemy. So this is the treaty, and then most of the European nations are in the 30. Totally today, as on today, there are 31 members. Recently, one nation, Finland, has been added to this NATO. They have invited Ukraine to join NATO, and Russia doesn't like this idea, and this is the reason for current Ukraine-Russia war. NATO has sent an invitation to India to join NATO plus. What is NATO plus? There are 4 or 5 countries like Australia, Japan, North Korea, who are not exactly part of NATO, but they have some connection with NATO. Article 5 does not apply for NATO plus nation, that is, it need not fight in case of a war along with other NATO members. But it offers some benefits to join NATO. But what are the benefits? It has access to the intelligence, and then it has access to all the military hardware that NATO nations manufacture. These are two advantages. Currently, NATO has invited India to join NATO plus. Now the question is whether India should join or not. There is one saying in Tamil, நீ அரிசி கொண்டு வா நான் உமி கொண்டு வரேன் ரெண்டு பேரும் அதை சேர்த்து ஊதி ஊதி தின்னலாம். The meaning is you bring rice, let me bring husk, we will mix it together and then divide it equally among us and then let us have it. So this is the exact representation what NATO country is asking India to join. NATO needs India more than India needs NATO. See, we have two enemies, potential enemies for India. One is Pakistan and another is China. Pakistan is no match for India. India, in case of a war, India can win Pakistan within a week's time or even much lesser also. It's not like unlike Russia-Ukraine war, which will keep on dragging more than a year. When coming to China, I won't say China is no match to India, but we can very well handle China because China doesn't have any war experience. It has never won any war, and then none of those Chinese war equipment have been tested so far. And then, as my guess, most of the Chinese war equipment will be of China quality. We don't know how accurate it will be, whether that missile, if any missile, it will explode in India or it will explode in China itself. So that is the quality of Chinese hardware. So we can very well handle China. And apart from that, China is not in a position for war. This is very, very evident because China is not able to attack Taiwan. It's not like China is scared of US or its allies will come to protect Taiwan in case of a war. So China is terrified and it's not attacking Taiwan. It's not like that. Currently, China is not in a position to fight a war against any nation. The reason is China is a food importing country. In case of war, if a food supply stops, China will starve to death. So this is the stark reality of China. So China is no longer a threat to India and nor Pakistan. So India doesn't need at this time NATO or any other military cooperation. India can handle itself. So this is the situation. Moreover, we have a very good long-standing relationship, trusted partner with Russia. Russia always stood with India in all times of good and bad. So this is a relationship which has been developed for years together between India and Russia by various Indian governments, whether it's a Congress or whether it's a BJP, whoever rules it, and India-Russia's relationship has been grown by leap and bounds. India-Russia relationship has grown by many folds. But the relationship between India and US is always in a troubled road, I will say. It has a lot of potholes. Recently, that President-elect Nikki Haley have made a very scathing comment against India. If with Americans generally don't have a good opinion about India. A few days back, anchor from Fox News made a very nasty comment against India. He said that it is the British who taught civilized behavior to the Indians. So, with such a bad opinion about India, how we can join NATO or US allies of US? One more reason for India not to join NATO is as follows. Currently, in the economic conditions of the most of the nations, including the US and China, are not to fight any war. They are so weak that they cannot fight any war with any nation. This may be the reason that China is not attacking Taiwan. So, in that's such a condition, if you take US is almost on the verge of default, and then once again some conditions have been changed, so it has temporarily escaped defaulting. So, in such political and economic conditions, military cooperation among various nations seems totally meaningless. So, at this current conditions, not even a single plus point for India to join NATO. It is better to continue the same policies being followed by the India, that is non-aligned with any axis. We will not join the group of US or Western nation, or we will not join Russia, or we will not join China. We will have our own independent policy, and we will deal with each and every case as per our convenience, as per the benefit for India and others. So I don't see any benefit for India for joining NATO. It will only spoil the relationship with Russia, which were developed over decades. And then maybe the intention of NATO is to break the relationship between India and Russia. Follow the policy of being non-aligned. Let me conclude this video at this point, and let us meet in yet another session of Nation Watch. Till then, see you. Tata. Bye bye.